What's going on, everyone? So the injury report has came out for the Lakers for the San Antonio Spurs game today. LeBron James is probable. Darvin Ham told us yesterday that James was probably going to play this game. Cam Reddish is doubtful. He's probably not going to play. Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, Christian Wood are all still out. Big problem. Anthony Davis has been downgraded to questionable. Now, look, Anthony Davis a lot of times is kind of questionable. He's like listed as that, so they can always take him out if need be. I really hope Anthony Davis plays. I really need him to play, or we really need him to play, right? The Lakers in general need him to play. Look, LeBron James being back will be good, right? He should be fresh and ripe and healthy and ready to go. Got treatment on his ankle. I know that they said yesterday that it's kind of this lingering issue that he's been managing and dealing with. He's had plenty of rest, plenty of time. No, he played in the All-Star game, but did he really play in the All-Star game? Yes, he was out there for like 13 minutes or whatever, but come on, that wasn't real basketball. That was basically him just kind of out there shooting, half-court threes and doing the occasional dunk. He works harder in just warm-ups than he did in that All-Star game. So I'm not really putting too much into that. He should be healthy. He should be good to go. And he should be able to make a real impact against the Spurs team. We may need him to be a little more aggressive, especially if Anthony Davis doesn't play. LeBron, look, I know that there's people out there that think we're better without LeBron and we can win without LeBron. We're not. Right? You can win the occasional game without LeBron. You can kind of supplement on any given night what LeBron provides for a game. But for long stretches, for playoffs specifically, you cannot replace LeBron James. The Lakers are a far better team with LeBron and what he's capable and able to do on the court. Any point, just take over, close down the stretch, those various things. We need LeBron. And we're probably going to need LeBron pretty mightily in this game if Anthony Davis doesn't play. Because the thing about Anthony Davis is we just have no way to replicate him. Again, LeBron James, you can kind of supplement his scoring, right? Rui usually plays, but I know guys played bad in the Warriors game, but usually in general, right? Rui plays a better game. D'Lo gets more opportunity. Everyone kind of gets more opportunity, so they kind of supplement and offset the offensive output. D'Lo gets to be the floor general a little more, a little better, so he's kind of able to get you more assists. And then Rui gets you, the team in general usually gets you more assists. You kind of offset that, the rebounding, all of that stuff. But we cannot replicate Anthony Davis. We cannot replicate his defensive impact on top of Anthony Davis and what he provides on the defense side. We're already without pretty much all of our defensive players, right? All of our top defensive players at least. And now you're going to remove our best defensive player and our entire defensive scheme by himself and Anthony Davis. The Lakers are going to be, San Antonio is just going to run on us. That's going to be the problem. San Antonio is just going to go ham on the Lakers, no pun intended. We saw them do it last time, right? And I know people are going to look at this and go, well, hey, the Lakers beat the Boston Celtics without LeBron James and Anthony Davis. To me, that was more, and it was something that I talked about before and going into that game. And I said that I think the Lakers can beat. I would be surprised if they did, but I thought that they could beat Boston because Boston loves to just fall into the trap of let's just shoot us out of the game, right? Instead of recognizing Anthony Davis isn't in the game and being aggressive and attacking the rim and just basically getting a layup drill, they decided to take a bunch of jump shots, shoot a bunch of threes, and they shot themselves out of the game. Where you saw in the game where we didn't have Anthony Davis against the Houston Rockets, Houston blew us out. Why? Because they just attacked the basket. And Sengun just dominated inside in the interior. And then when we played San Antonio the second time, because remember, AD played the first time and we handled business. Second time, we ended up losing that game because they just had a free lane to the basket. And we had LeBron in that game. And they just made the decision of we're just going to attack the basket and be aggressive and just dominate the paint. And they don't have anybody that can stop us. And that's a real problem. Now, if San Antonio decides to just settle for jump shots and shoot a bunch of threes and stuff rather than taking advantage of what the Lakers' weaknesses are, then I think the Lakers can definitely win that game. But if San Antonio is smart, they're going to do which they have Pop, and you saw what they did last time. They're just going to be aggressive and attack the basket and force the Lakers to try to stop them inside. And they have a guy like Victor Wembanyama that is just, you're not going to be able to contain, right? We need Anthony Davis. Like, talked about this. Anthony Davis, whether you think he's the best player on this team or not, right? I think he has been this year. But even if you think, like, no, LeBron's still the best player on this team, Anthony Davis is far and away the most important player. Because, again, we don't have anybody that can replicate that. And we don't have guys like Christian Wood right now, and we don't have all of our defensive guys to kind of like, okay, well, maybe we could still be good defensively, still got Christian Wood, and we still got Jackson Hayes, so maybe we kind of No, we don't have any of that stuff. We have Jackson Hayes, and credit Jackson Hayes, he's been much better lately. His energy, his effort, all that stuff. But you saw it in the Warriors game. He is terrible defensively. He's a project center. He's not disciplined. He doesn't have the understanding. He doesn't have the court awareness. He doesn't have the situational awareness. He doesn't have all the things you need that Anthony Davis has and provides, right? Anthony Davis knows where to be pretty much at all times, and he's so good at getting back and recovering that more times than not, even if he is out of position, he can still get back in a position because he's just gifted in that way. Jackson Hayes isn't that. Right? You saw Jackson Davis look like Anthony Davis against Jackson Hayes. I mean, he dominated the matchup against Jackson Hayes. Imagine what Victor Wembanyama, who's putting up like 19, 14, 5, and 5 games every day in like 15 minutes of play. Imagine what he's going to do to Jackson Hayes. I hope Jackson Hayes is able to hold his own. And I do expect Jackson Hayes, if that does happen, to actually play a big significant role and potentially have hopefully a bigger game. Maybe he has like a double-double game. We need something like that. But it's just, is he the guy that we're trusting to slow down San Antonio? No. Like, at least on the defensive side of things. Maybe offensively he can have an impact. But defensively, it's going to be tough, right? He constant, which is weird because he was actually he's one of the better pick and roll defensive big men in the league. He's actually not been that great this year. So he just doesn't have the understanding. And I just see us getting just dominated in that regard. On top of that, we're going to have to go small a lot because you're not going to play Jackson Hayes 48 minutes. So when he's not in the game, you're going very small. You're probably running LeBron at the 5 with Rui at the 4. It's not where you want to be against a team like San Antonio, who, yes, they're not great, but they're capable of beating anybody, right? I mean, they're still a basketball team. They still have NBA players and NBA talent. They could still beat the Lakers, and if Anthony Davis plays, I have no doubt we win. Like, I have zero concern with us winning, and he may still play. We'll see. Questionable doesn't mean he's out. A lot of times, Anthony Davis is on the injury report as questionable, but, I mean, we just saw LeBron James sit. Maybe they do sit him, and now we got to figure it out. I have my concerns that without Anthony Davis, it's a replication of what we saw against San Antonio last time. Now, you could argue also part of that was the Lakers made the mistake of letting San Antonio believe that they could beat the Lakers. If you saw the previous game in which we won, we were dominating that game start to finish. I mean, just running through San Antonio. And then we just took our foot off the gas. San Antonio came back. San Antonio, it looked for a stretch like San Antonio might actually pull off and win the game, but the Lakers were kind of able to hold them off, and then we had to play them, like a day later or whatever, and guess what? They had the belief, okay, we can beat them. Oh, and they don't have Anthony Davis? Oh, we definitely beaten them. But that you can make that same argument this time. They know last time we played them, we beat them. So let's go beat them again. And so that's where my concerns lie, that the Lakers just, I believe we can win games without LeBron James. Again, the Lakers are not better without LeBron James, but I do believe that we can win games on occasion without LeBron James. I do not believe that we can win most games. Right? We have almost the same record with LeBron and without LeBron this season. We don't have that with Anthony Davis out. And it's because, again, we just don't have the pieces to replicate that. We just don't have the pieces to kind of offset Anthony Davis being out. And that's a problem. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you agree? Do you think, the Lakers are going to be in trouble without Anthony Davis? Do you think, no, Lakers will be fine, no big deal? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Now subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.